Never grew up to be a tech-savvy savage, but I bet my laser beak will make the sound waves ravage. This is beast talk. You little squawk box rappers are way below average. Motherfuckers sound like parrots overkilling that swag shit. Come rubber with gorillas who got slugfest habits. You're a cabbage head metaphor running out empty. I'm a giant buzzsaw, so it's best to not tempt me. Killing spree, frenzy, metal T-Rex teeth. My Jaguar son be blazing.
Oh, it's that time of the night again, where we take another journey down Frosty's memory lane. And tonight we are going to be looking at my boxed DVD collection. I figured we'd start there instead of actually going through the DVDs, because I have a little bit less of the box collections, some of which are really neat, than I do the actual DVDs. But before we begin, I want to give two shout outs. First shout out, one is to my main man, Brillo, John D., who has been my best friend since I was 5 and kindergarten, for creating that very nice introduction music that you may have heard at the beginning of the video. So very, very good. Go check out his site once again. If you enjoy my videos, if you enjoyed the music that he put out, you'll go and you'll enjoy his videos as well. So when you're done with this, go check it out. And the second shout out, I was just informed by my wife tonight that my friend Brian enjoys watching these videos. Well, Brian, I don't see my subscriber rate going up, so if you like them that much, get a YouTube channel. Hit the like and hit the subscribe. And, you know, it makes me feel warm and fuzzy at night to know that somebody's watching these videos that I've been doing for grins and giggles. So, anyway, let's get all the introductions out of the way. And now we go on to the sweet stuff. I've got them all piled up right here, and we're going to go through them in no particular order. Whatever I happen to grab first is what we're going to start with. And what am I going to grab first? Boom, this one right here. Okay, this was one of my favorite television shows as a child. And I was waiting for them to put this out on DVD for a very long time. And they finally did. I'm happy for that. This is, bam, V, the complete series. I loved this show. The special effects were chintzy. But you know what? It was science fiction, and it was great. And it was lizards pretending to be humans so they could eat humans. And they finally put this out on DVD. They started with V. That was the first movie miniseries. They put out a second one, V, the final battle. And then they put out V, the complete series, which had 19 or so episodes on it. But what I want to point out that was really cool about this was the first time I have ever encountered my main man, Robert Englund. Robert Englund, who played one of the visitors named Willie, the bumbling, friendly visitor who could never quite get English correct. This, of course, Freddy Krueger, but this was the first time I saw Robert Englund in any capacity was on V. And so, you know, I enjoyed this movie, this show a lot. Comes with a whole bunch of discs here. We're not going to go through everything, but if you like science fiction, if you like cheesy science fiction, if you like 80s television science fiction, go buy this. You can probably find it really cheap at Best Buy or whatnot, but I recommend this one. All right, next on the list. Was never really a big fan of this. I'm going to get a lot of flack for saying this. Was not a big fan of this as a kid. But this is the first and second seasons of the Ren and Stimpy show, uncut. This, I believe, is actually my wife's. Some of these are mine, some of these are my wife's. I will point out which ones are which when I get to them. This is my wife's. Season 1 and 2 of the Ren and Stimpy show. Like I said, not a real big fan of it. I always thought the animation was a little weird, but You know, I do enjoy the log song. You know, that's pretty cool. Uh, three disc set of the Ren and Stimpy collection. So, not too shabby. You know, it is considered a classic for those that grew up watching it. So, this one is mine. This one's a little more modern. For those of you who like anime, this is the first volume, the Naruto box set. So this is a 3-disc set, and this is the first. And this is a good anime show about some ninjas in training, and you know, how they go through their training and whatnot. So I like it. There's a lot. It comes with a nice little booklet that has you know, storyboards in them and whatnot. That's pretty cool right there. Storyboard booklet. So if you like anime, I really recommend. I dropped it. Really recommend this show, and there's a lot of them. Watch them in Japanese. Don't watch them in English. Don't ever watch anime in English. Watch it in the original Japanese. Read the subtitles, because the only thing I gotta say, I'm gonna quote one of my favorite wrestlers, because the only thing I gotta say about the English dubs of anime is, damn, not good. All right. You know, I wish they would put more of these on DVD, but this was my first favorite. This was one of my most favorite shows from when I was a kid. The complete first and second seasons of Perfect Strangers. I will never, till the day that I die, get tired of watching Balky and Larry and their little shenanigans. So this is season 1 and 2. They haven't put out any more of the DVDs. This was put out by, let's see, Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers Home Video put this out. They haven't put out any of the other seasons. This show ran, I think, about 7 seasons. Only season 1 and 2 are on DVD. And I found out why. I researched it a little bit. And I found out that the reason that they haven't done any more is copyright issues. So if you've watched the show, you'll know this. Balky and Larry, they like to do a lot of songs. They would sing in some of the episodes. And some of what they sang was copyrighted. One episode they sang the Brady Bunch theme. One episode they sang the Impossible Dream from the Man of La Mancha musical. And they would do these songs. And Warner Brothers is getting a hard time getting the rights to those songs to put out the DVDs for future DVDs. So that's the hang up. So for now, you gotta watch seasons 1 and 2 on DVD, and if you're like me and you've got your old VHS tapes kicking around, watch those. You'll even get some good 80s commercials out of them. Next one, season 1 of In Living Color and season 2 of In Living Color. Boy, this was a great show. Jim Carrey and the Wayans brothers, Homie the Clown, Men on Film, all of Jim Carrey's, Fire Marshal Bill, Venus de Milo. So this was a good. There he is. There's Fire Marshal Bill. Trust him. He's a fireman. He's a fire marshal. Trust him. So these are my wife's, and this is some funny stuff right here. Season 1 and 2 of In Living Color. It was a really good show, and a lot of really good famous actors came off of it. So I love sitcom. I love these sketch comedy shows, and In Living Color was one that was really cool. So. Of course, everything that Jim Carrey has done since then has been sort of some type of version of what he did on that show, but that's okay. Here we go. What's next? Season 1 of The Muppet Show. Yeah, The Muppet Show. I want to get the rest of these on DVD. But right now, we're going to have to settle with Season 1 of The Muppet Show. I love this show. Who didn't like the Muppets? Who didn't like those cranky old guys in the balcony? And you know, all the who's who of Hollywood and everything was in the Muppet Show. Let me see if I can find who was actually on Season 1. Don't I have it? Oh, I don't have it. Ew, interesting. I must have lost the insert. Or maybe there was never an insert for this. But Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill was on this. Alice Cooper was on it. Then they always had the guest spots, and the guest spots were always funny as all get out. So, special edition, 4-disc set, Season 1 of The Muppet Show. Season 2, I think, has Fozzie Bear, which is nice and fuzzy on the cover. Season 3, I think, has Miss Piggy. So that's really neat. Now, this next batch is another one of my favorite shows from the 80s, and I'm going to show you them all in sort of a run here, because they're all fairly, they're all season. I've got every single season except the last one. So, Season 1 of MacGyver. I love MacGyver. I love Richard Dean Anderson. I love all the crazy stuff that he would do. Always prepared for adventure. Season 1. Season 2 of MacGyver. His mind is the ultimate weapon. There are no special features on any of these, but it's MacGyver. I mean, who didn't love MacGyver? Season 3 of MacGyver. Saving the day is all in a day's work. Season 3 of MacGyver. You know, I did watch all of these, and sadly to say, I watched them all on Netflix. Season 4 of MacGyver. He acts fast and thinks faster. Towards the end of the MacGyver run, Season 6 and 7 got a little bit weird. Season 5, The Right Man When Things Go Wrong. The transition of Richard Dean Anderson as he goes through the years. Got a little weird. He got less away from making things out of bubblegum and tinfoil and just more into more action-oriented stunts and things like that. So in the beginning, it was all, hey, look at me. I'm in a room, and what can I make out of timber and light bulbs and, there's some tow lint right down there. And towards the end of the run, it was more action-oriented. Season 6, braver than most, smarter than the rest. And the only one I'm missing is Season 7. I've seen them all, watched them all on Netflix. I may pick up Season 7 just to complete my collection, or I may actually go buy the swanky MacGyver box set, which has all 7 seasons, plus the 2 MacGyver movies that they put out after the show ended, which aren't on DVD except if you buy the box set. Nice box set. Might go pick that up instead of spending the money on Season 7. All right. Here we go. Here is another... Oh, I love this cartoon. Thundercats. And this is Thundercats. Season 1, Volume 1. And Season 1 contains the first 33 episodes out of the 65 episodes in Season 1. And if you can see the... look how it moves. They got hollow foil covers, so it moves. And this is a 6-disc set. I don't have the whole run of this. And these do have some special features included in this. Not too shabby. But that's Season 1, Volume 1. Season 2, Volume 2. Look at him. He's gonna raise the Sword of Omens to give him sight beyond sight. And this has episodes 34 through 65. More Thundercats, more Mumra, more mutants, more Thundercats. Action awaits. And then here is... Oh, you know what? I guess I do have the whole thing. Season 2, Volume 1. Look at that. It transitions from the Thundercat symbol, ja, to a really pissed off looking Lion-O. Ah! Somebody get me my pizza. I wasn't here in 30 minutes. You get a sword up your butt. That's Thunder. So this has some extra. There's a snarf on the back. This is season 34, first 34 episodes of 65, and I guess I didn't realize I had the whole collection, but here it is, season 2, volume 2. Mumra and Lion-O on the cover, and this was so I have the whole bunch of them. There's Ma Mutt on the back and some other good stuff right there. So I have all, let's see, 65 and 65. What's the quick math? 130 episodes. So I have them all. I thought I was missing the last bunch, but there they are. The entire run of Thundercats on DVD. I should watch that sometime. I haven't watched them all. But I do know that Lion-O gets caught in the book at the end. Oh, spoilers. Okay, next one. This is my wife's, I do believe, and this is something that she had when she was a child or whatnot, or watched when she was a child. I don't believe I've ever seen this, and if I did, I don't remember it, and if I did, it was a very long time ago. But this is the BBC Home Vision Entertainment. This is The Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis. Disc 1 has Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Disc 2 has Prince Caspian and the Voyage of the Dawn Treader. And Disc 3 has The Silver Chair. This is live action. This was put out by the BBC, so this is British. And like I say, I don't know if I've ever seen these. I may have. There's Prince Caspian. I may have seen these as a child. If any of them, it's this one that I would have seen. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I think I did see this on television. I might have, but the rest of them, Voyage of the Dawn Treader. Oh no, this is the Silver Chair, right there. I thought it was the Voyage of the Dawn Treader because look, they're all on a boat. I'm on a boat and it's going fast, and he might have a nautical themed pashmina afghan. So I might have seen Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe on TV as a child. I kind of remember a bunch of little British kids hopping through a wardrobe. So channels 56, where I grew up, coming out of Providence, always played stuff like this. So, I might have seen it. Can't remember. Maybe one day when I'm really bored, I'll watch that. Something else that's my wife's right here. Volume 1. Old school Sesame Street. Yeah, we still watch this. Don't judge us. We watch this. We still watch this. This is 1969 to 1974. So this is early Sesame Street. And this was put out by Sony. And, of course, the Sesame Workshop. And celebrity appearances by Bill Cosby, Carol Burnett, Jackie Robinson, James Earl Jones. This has 45 bonus segments. 16-page booklet. Oh, let's look at the 16-page booklet. I love booklets. Okay, let's open it up. And there's all the Muppets. Look at all the Muppets right there. All the Muppets, and Bert and Ernie and Grover and all the cool Muppets right there. And here's your 16-page booklets. Look at it. It's got Grover, Snuffleupagus, Cookie Monster. Oh, you remember these guys? You remember these two little guys? They used to flit down, the little Martians that would flit down from the windowsill, and they would go, yip, 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 radio. Or they would ring when the telephone would ring. Yeah, these guys were cool. I love these guys. I still watch Sesame Street. I don't like it as much anymore because they rely very much on CG. They've got a bunch of CG puppets and things like that. Can you see that? There's a really young Bill Cosby, folks, with an afro. Look at that, man. That's Jell-O. It's before he did his Jell-O pudding pops and everything else. So this is good. Well, we got on here? This Grover's on the back. So, you know, who doesn't like Sesame Street? If you don't like Sesame Street, you're a commie. Can I say that on YouTube? I just did. Because that's what it is. Sesame Street, right there. Gotta love. And not, you know, not the Elmo Sesame Street. Not the Baby Bear Sesame Street. These guys, right here. OG. Old school. This is where it was at. Right there. Okay, so 2 things here. This is my wife's. This is volume 1 of Beavis and Butthead, the Mike Judge collection. This is good. Here's the thing that I don't like about this. It doesn't have the videos. You remember all the little video things that they used to do, and they used to sit there on the couch and they used to make fun of some really obscure videos that somehow Mike Judge would... He would go and he would find the weirdest videos for these guys to make fun of. None of the videos are on here. That's half of what made Beavis and Butthead fun. But they're not on here. Again, something about copyright? Trademark? I don't know. People want to get paid for their stuff. So, here's volume 1 that we have of the Beavis and Butthead, the Mike Judge collection. Pretty swanky. Okay, now, here's another show that I used to watch as a child. And if you remember this show, you get a cookie. I'm telling you, I will digitally send you a cookie. This is the complete series of The Greatest American Hero. Who didn't like this guy? He spent the whole first season learning how to fly, for Christ's sakes. He threw out his instruction manual. Yeah, that's something that I would do. But this was a really good show. And it was funny. William Catt, Connie Selica, and Robert Culp. Boom, boom, boom. Right there. You know, and it doesn't really come with anything. There are no special features. You open up the box set and you go, oh, look, there are all the DVDs. I picked this puppy up for $10 at FYE. And I had to because it's all 9 DVDs and it's 43 episodes of The Greatest American Hero. Who can it be now? Huh. This guy right here. Gotta love it. All right, what do we got next? Another run of DVDs. So this is my wife's. And this is season 1 through 5 of Kids in the Hall. Now, my wife actually introduced me to this. This is the Canadian version of Saturday Night Live. Do you remember how I told you I like sketch comedy? Sketch comedy. Right here. Kids in the Hall. And look, it's also produced by Lorne Michaels. So this is Dave Foley. You know the poker guy? Yeah. Dave Foley, Bruce McCulloch, Kevin McDonald. Kevin McDonald has done a lot of voice work for cartoons. Scott Thompson and Mark McKinney. So here's season 1, which was 1989 through 1990. Season 1. Season 2, which is 1990 to 1991. Season 3, 1991 to 1992. Season 4, 1992 to 1993. And Season 5, which we haven't watched yet, 1993 to 1994. Gave us some wonderful sketches, such as The King of Broken Promises, Running Faggot. Can I say that word? Running Faggot. That was a really good sketch. You need to watch this to know what I'm talking about, but that's a funny sketch. And of course, the one that they're sort of most popular with was the little guy that used to I forget who did it, but the one that used to sit in the in his little apartment and go, "I'm crushing your head. I'm crushing your head." So this is good stuff, and it was also done. It's 5 Canadians, sketch comedy, produced by Lorne Michaels, Canadian SNL. you know, go ahead and watch it. I would highly recommend at least YouTubing the videos and seeing what it's all about, because I think you'll laugh your ass off. I think this video might be. Oh, don't fall! I'm building a leaning tower of videos over here. If you hear a big crash, my shit just hit the floor. So let's hope that doesn't happen. Gravity. Next up, yeah, season 1 of Knight Rider. Oh boy, who doesn't love this show? Knight Rider. And when we open it up, oh, it's so nice. Look at that. I got this when I was bored one day. Hello, Michael. I did that just so I could say, hello, Michael. There it is. And you know, it's Michael with his ambiguously gay car. That's what it was. I mean, you know, here's Michael Knight, and he's this badass guy. He goes out, he fights crime. He's got a talking car with lasers and all kinds of sophisticated computery stuff. You know, flashing lights and all that. He gets in the car, and the car goes, "Hello, Michael." Could we get another voice in here? I don't know. Farrah Fawcett. Heather Locklear, something a little more manly. You know, if they ever remake this show, and they've had some really bad remakes, but if they ever want to do a good remake, a modern remake, a nice remake, they need to get George Takei to play the voice of Kit. Oh my. Wouldn't that be fun? All right, next up, we're getting to the end, folks. Don't get antsy. We got some stuff here. Season 1, Part 1 of Mad TV. Look at, there's Optimus Prime he's grilling. So this is my wife's. This is 13 episodes of Mad TV. Not too shabby. And then we also have, I think my wife picked this up as well. This is the Volume 3 of the Looney Tunes Golden Collection right here. So we've got that, and we've got some, you know, some Looney Toony cartoonies right here. So that's some good stuff. If you like Looney Tunes and you like Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck and Porky Pig and Elmer Fudd and all that, you know, you can't go wrong with Looney Tunes. Don't you fall. This thing's tottering over here. This is like a hazard, I tell you. So now we're getting down to the big guns. I'm right here. I didn't go anywhere. Big guns. This is my wife's, but I'll admit that I enjoy it. I watch it. It's fun. Makes me brings me back to my childhood. The complete animated series set of Dungeons and Dragons. Another Frank Welker, Peter Cullen production right here. Frank Welker played the voice of Uni. Yeah, that's right. He went around bleating. That's what he did. Frank Welker played a lot of animal voices in a lot of shows in the 80s. So, and there's Venger on the back. And the cool thing about this box set is you open it up, and it comes with stuff that you drop on the floor, and then you can't pick up, and then your wife gets mad at you because you've lost things. It comes with an episode guide. It comes with the episode guide here of what was, you know, what was in the shows. So that's, you know, that's kind of neat right there. And it comes with here's the actual, you know, here's the DVDs right here. That's all 5 of them. This is the whole run, people. The whole shebang, the entire series of these guys who went on a fateful trip through a roller coaster. And it comes with an animated series handbook. Let's see if we can go through it. Ranger. Cavalier. Acrobat. Magician. Thief. Barbarian. And of course, Uni. Remember Uni? Everybody liked Uni. Hi, Uni. That's Frank Welker. And is there a picture of No, just on the cover. Oh, there he is. Venger. Peter Cullen played Venger. And Frank Welker played Tiamat. So Frank Welker and Peter Cullen have done a lot of stuff in the 80s. Not just Transformers, but they've done a lot of things. So if you love this stuff as much as I do, go pick up the Dungeons & Dragons complete animated series. You will not be disappointed. All right. Next up, and this was before they put out the fourth movie, but here is the Adventures of Indiana Jones, the box set of Indy. And this was before Indiana Jones 4. You know, which, oops, it's upside down, which I didn't really care for, but hey, you know, Harrison Ford was getting old when he made it. Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, Last Crusade, bonus material. I don't know that movie. What bonus material? That must be a foreign flick. But there it is. And there is the box set of Indiana Jones minus the really bad fourth one. So, you know, the one when he gets thrown through the air in a refrigerator. Tonight must be spoiler night. Okay, so 3 more things left to go through. This is my wife's. So this is the box set of the complete, this sucker's heavy, the complete Monty Python's Flying Circus. This puppy is heavy. Look at how many discs, I gotta turn it the right way. Look at how many discs are in this bad boy. Count them, go ahead count them, I'll wait. But that's the complete set of Monty Python's Flying Circus. So if you like the Python, this is a good set. Let's see. Contains every single episode of the groundbreaking comedy classic, plus 2 silly bonus discs. All right. Put out by A&E. And man, there are 16 discs in this bad boy. And I have no idea how much she paid for this, but I bet you this was a pretty penny. And I'll guarantee you, for people who are diehard Monty Python fans, this is worth it. No pun intended, this is the holy grail of Monty Python. Right here. So, if you're into the Python, pick it up, watch it, enjoy it, chuckle at the British humor, the funny British people. Alright, second to last. Limited edition DVD box set of Those Damn Dirty Apes. Planet of the Apes. Charlton Heston. Who doesn't love old Chucky Heston, huh? That guy was in some really good movies. Planet of the Apes, Ben-Hur, 10 Commandments. Man, if there was a disaster around, you can bet Charlton Heston was in the middle of that. Planet of the Apes. With the iconic, you know, Statue of Liberty buried in the sand. Beneath the Planet of the Apes. Escape from the Planet of the Apes. And these were really good movies, and I used to watch them every time they were on television as a kid. Conquest of the Planet of the Apes. Battle for the Planet of the Apes. There was 5 movies. And, of course, the aptly named Behind the Planet of the Apes. This is the bonus disc. Comes with all sorts of monkey swag. Look at, apes are slippery. Did you know that? You get them wet and they slide all over the place. So here you go. So there is the entire box set of Planet of the Apes. Not to be confused with Planet of the Grapes. And finally, who's got 2 thumbs and has Nightmare on Elm Street in another format? This guy right here. New Line Platinum Series, the Nightmare on Elm Street collection. This was the DVDs before they came out on Blu-ray. I will not get rid of this. Normally, I would do that, substitute Blu-ray, and this goes bye-bye. This is not going bye-bye. This is mine. This is all of the movies, and these were on. So there, look at, and all the spines make a nice little collage of Freddy Krueger. So this has a lot of cool stuff in it. Let's take a look real quick, and I'll show you what we got here. Nightmare on Elm Street. And each one of these covers was the original theatrical poster for the movie. Nightmare on Elm Street 2. Freddy's Revenge. Nightmare on Elm Street 3. Dream Warriors. Nightmare on Elm Street 4. Dream Master. Right there. Nightmare on Elm Street 5. Dream Child. Like I say, these were all theatrical posters that you would have seen in the movies. Nightmare 6, which was just called Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare. Nightmare 7, which was called Wes Craven's New Nightmare. And then what they call the Nightmare Series Encyclopedia, which has some bonus stuff to it, but there's far more bonus material on the Blu-ray collection than there are on this. But what this has, that I'll put this away in a minute. What this has that the Blu-ray collection doesn't have is it has a nice little Nightmare on Elm Street booklet that has a little bit about all the movies and whatnot, and written things about all this stuff. So a nice little collectible booklet. And what's in the envelope, boys and germs? 2 pair of... Yeah, that's right. For those 10 minutes of Nightmare on Elm Street 6, where you got to look through the little 3D glasses where, in the movie, they all go, what do we do now? Let's put on our glasses and see if we can find Freddy. Oh, there he is, floating around in the 3D land. Boy, this crap gave me a headache. But Nightmare on Elm Street, we got these. These were handed out to us in the theater. And at the beginning of the movie, it said, when the girl puts the glasses on, you put the glasses on too. Because if you don't, you're going to get a big fucking headache. And you're going to sue us. And you're going to be like, what the hell just happened? So here it is. Nightmare on Elm Street. Funky 3D glasses. Bam. And that's what the Blu-ray doesn't have, that the DVD does have. 3D glasses, baby. And that is all the DVD box sets, collectibles, memorabilia, funky swag that I own. So I hope you enjoyed watching the video. I'm in a weird mood tonight. That's why it's a little bit weird, a little bit funny, a little bit creepy, a whole lot creepy, a little less funny. So go check out John's site if you like this stuff. Watch his videos. And if you really like it, maybe he'll put up more of his music, because I tell you, it's really good. And I'm not just saying that because he's paying me to. I'm saying that because it's really good, and I'm not getting paid, so don't worry about that, people. And Brian, if you're watching, subscribe. I know where you live, or at least I can find out. Have a good night, folks.
Never grew up to be a tech-savvy savage, but I'll bet my laser beak will make the sound waves ravage. This is beast talk. You little squawk box rappers are way below average. Motherfuckers sound like parrots, overkilling that swag shit. Come rubber with gorillas who got slugfest habits. You're a cabbage head metaphor running out empty. I'm a giant buzzsaw, so it's best to not tempt me. Killing spree, frenzy, metal T-Rex teeth. My Jaguar son be blazing hot all day. I stay riding angelic like the angel Michael, keeping rap backs at bay on a demon motorcycle. My past life title was the Black Templar, severing heads with a giant scimitar. I was cutting red feathers off an evil white man. It's a wink thing, baby, yo, you wouldn't understand. Understand I'm in the hood like Spanish mechanics, working on sidewalks, damage lavish from above. Whenever I skywalk, don't even try and talk, cause you were at a disadvantage. Before I could walk the thundercracker, snapping planets in half, we the dirge of whack rappers. Old school boombox, ghetto sound blast.